Yeah.
Guard, Samara Spencer. Coach will begin with a brief opening statement, and we'll go to questions. Coach.
Kentucky wanted that game more than us, and it wasn't even close.
Questions, please. We'll start with Cora.
Kim, it just felt like the whole game, there wasn't a sense that there was a comeback in you guys. Just what did you kind of see from your team tonight, and why that wasn't the case like it has been in the past?
Yeah, I think tonight when our shot wasn't falling, we weren't able to get stops. We weren't necessarily even really trying at times to get stops. I thought we showed a little more quit than we normally do.
Coach, obviously you've faced Georgia Amor before, but can you talk about preparing for her and what kind of player you see her as?
Yeah, she's a special player. She makes everyone on our team better, and that's rare. And she is able to score, but she's also able to just create shots for other people.
Kim, how frustrating is this performance on the road after it was a specific focus coming into this one to be stronger away from home?
It's incredibly frustrating.
Caleb.
Samara, what was the message after this one, and kind of how did the team respond to this?
Just we have to learn how to be able to do things when our shots aren't falling. I think a lot of us, get down on ourselves, but, our defense and the style of play that we play is based on, get a steal to score, and we just didn't do that tonight.
Go back. Casey.
Coach, what just was missing from the rebounding for your team that you would have liked to see tonight?
Yeah, I think consistent effort. I don't think they're bigger than us, so we knew that they were going to get some, but I don't think we rebounded as a team. I think we kind of just left people in there to dry, trying to out-rebound one-on-one. And when you don't have the height advantage, you can't do that. And then I don't think we crashed very hard in the first half at all. We missed a lot of shots, and we had a lot of opportunities where we could have at least tried to go get an offensive rebound, and I don't even know that we went and got a paint touch. I think we just kind of stood there and watched people shoot.
Coach, it seemed like this game was kind of analogous to last year's Moorhead game, where it just didn't seem like you all were in sync at all. Would that be a good analogy, and how would you say that concerning, because last year the team just never got into sync, it seemed like?
Yeah, I think that you're kind of spot on. I mean, we talked as a staff of it, we haven't looked like this in a while. We haven't looked just kind of dead behind the eyes and defeated and just no resolve, no pushback. We haven't looked like that in a while. And when you play an effort-based system and you don't have effort, or you have one player that decides to take a play off because they didn't like the result on the other end of the floor, you're going to get beat. And when you're playing a team like Kentucky, they're going to find a way to score every single time on the 1 second that you take off to reflect on the last play. And they did that to perfection.
Hey, Coach. Claire Strack had a pretty good game against you guys tonight. What did you see from her, and how do you go about defending her?
Yeah, well, we still don't have an answer. She's phenomenal. I mean, she was hitting some tough shots. She just plays hard. She was able to shoot right over us. We had multiple bodies on her. I mean, she didn't have her perfect night on one player. We threw 3 or 4 different people, and we didn't have an answer.
Ryan and Cora.
You hear coaches say after losses like that, just burn the tape and move on. Is that one of those?
We will not burn the tape. We will watch it in slow motion.
Samara, Kim was just talking about, just wasn't that same resolve you guys have had in the past? How did it feel on the court? Was there anything that stuck out to you about why you guys just couldn't find that in you tonight?
It didn't seem to me from my personal view that we were connected, and it's kind of hard to uplift somebody when they're down on themselves because you're your biggest critic, and I feel like that was just what it was tonight. A lot of people were their biggest critics, and no matter what anybody said to them, they just couldn't turn it around.
Thank you.
9 points in the first quarter is just the second time in conference play you've had single digits in a quarter. Do you think that slow or flat start really snowballed the rest of the way?
I do. I think, again, the 9 points wouldn't have been so terrible if we were getting stops on the back end. But we just weren't. I mean, they were just scoring at will off of our bad shots or our turnovers.
Casey.
Coach, anything that disappointed you mentality-wise when the team got down over 20 and then over 30 eventually?
Yeah, I don't know what the score was. The scoreboard from our point of view stopped working at some point. But I think we had some long faces at the end of the first and the beginning of the second, and I don't think we were able to recover.
Jack and then Caleb.
Samara, as a guard who tries to get involved in rebounding, how challenging did you find that tonight playing against Kentucky's height?
Honestly, I've had a couple games recently where I've gotten 10 rebounds, but it's honestly hard to go against such big people because they're very good at keeping the ball high. They're very good bigs, and all of them go get the rebound with force. So me being as little as I am, it's kind of hard when they have the ball already to try and go tip it from them or rip it from them, because I could eventually end up picking up a foul. So I mean, it's hard. They're really good players.
Kim, could you sense something, a performance, I guess, coming from the prep of the team not focused, or did you feel like coming against tonight that they're ready for this game? Just
I think we were as normal as we always are coming to this game. We weren't great. We weren't bad.
Brian?
You say coming into the game you felt like that, but at halftime, could you sense anything, or did it feel like kind of what it's been recently where you feel like the halftime kind of focus has been in the right place?
No, I think the moment that sticks out with me is kind of the moment I just touched on. Towards the end of the first, beginning of the second is when I looked at them and they didn't really look like they had a whole lot to give back for the first time that I've really seen that out of them.
We'll close with two more, Paige and then Cora.
Samara, when the coach says that she's gonna watch the film in slow motion, what do you think from tonight is gonna be what stands out when you do watch that film?
Effort. We had a lot of plays where we just did not have effort, and it was because of the result on one end of the court, and we can't do that as individuals and as teammates. We just weren't really good teammates tonight.
Kim, what's the level of concern with the performance like tonight, this late in the season, of the first time you didn't see that resolve, you saw the quit, and then what's your level of concern with that going into postseason?
I don't think it's anything more than my normal level of concern, which I'm always concerned. So I think it's up to them. I mean, it's their legacy, it's their story, it's their season, it's what they want to do, and they can make up their minds and they can move on from this, and this can make us better, or they can sit on it, or I think your job as a coach is to teach, and your job as a coach is to make sure that your players mature. And we've said the word mature. We have to grow up, and we have to be resilient. We have to be mentally tough, and we have to just be able to handle failure in small doses, because that's what a game is, and that's what our games are, because we have so many possessions. And so we'll see if we can do that or not.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.